Hello friends, welcome back to our channel IT India. We are going to start a series for Linux commands where we will discuss all the commands from basic commands to advanced command, which will be very helpful for you. And in this series we will have multiple lectures to cover all the important commands of Linux. So let's start with the first lecture of this series. Here will be very first command, how to display the name of current logged in user. So the command is who am I or who am I. In very first command there is no space and in second command there is space. I will show you on the terminal itself how the command will work, what it will show you exactly. So here is the terminal where I am using one of the EC2 instance. You can see it is showing us EC2-user because I am logged in with EC2-user. Now what is the difference between who am I without any space and who am I including the space? So let's see who am I. You can see it is giving us more detail. So this is the difference. It is giving us only user, it is giving us terminal as well as date, time, etc. Now let's move towards our second command. How to check your current location. Location here means directory. So let's first check the command here. It's pwd, present working directory, or print working directory some people also call it. So it is pwd. We are under home directory of ec2-user /home ec2-user, right? So this is the simple way to understand where exactly we are right now, because in Windows we can easily navigate through between directories, or you can say drives, right? It is C drive, it is D drive, and there we can see folders. So it is simply like this. You have to navigate using the CLI only. So now let's move toward third one. How to check system date or time. Here is date command, then date plus %d, then date plus %t, then date plus %h colon %m. So what is the difference? Date will show you date. Date plus %d will show you only the precise information about the date, like particular date only, nothing else. %t will show you time, and in this manner %h colon %m, it will show you in this manner itself, like hour and then minute. I can use it without quotes as well, but in few particular OS it may fail, so that's why I'm suggesting you to use colon. So let's see date. It is giving us complete date. It is Saturday, March 8, 12:29 p.m. UTC. Time is in UTC, so time zone you should take care of. Now date, it is giving us precise date only. 3rd March 25. It was having too much information, but it is having just the date. Now date plus %t. It is giving us time 12:30 and second is also there. But now what if we do not want the seconds? Then we can use date and then plus %h colon %m. It is giving us like this 12:31, right? So these are commands which can be beneficial for you, right? Because if you are going to use these commands in some script or something, then this particular format may be more helpful, and in other cases this format may be helpful, and in some time you may require just this time. So you should be aware about all these commands, right? So now let's move toward our next question. How to display files and directory present in current location. It simply means suppose we are in any particular directory, right, or in any particular location. So we want to see all the files and directory present under that location. So for that command will be ls or ls-lt. ls will list all the things, right? But ls-lt will list with more details. I will show you. ls test file is there, right? But ls-lt will give more details about test file, when it was created, who is the owner of this, and what are the permissions on that file. All these details are there. There is space after ls. If you get any issues in running the command, maybe the typing error, there is space after this. So ls-lt is also working fine. But there is one more command, ls-la. It will list the hidden files as well. .ssh, .bash history. There are so many files, but these all are hidden files. And what is the identification of hidden files? All the hidden files start with dot. You can see all files are starting with dot, but test is not, because test is not hidden file. So I hope you are able to understand it as well. Let's move toward our next question, that is how to clear the Linux terminal. What that means? This is our terminal, right? I hope you are already aware about that. So clearing the terminal simply means all these stuff should not be there. So let me just try to type the command clear. It has cleared everything, right? You are not getting any single line, you are just getting the prompt to type the next command. However, everything is there. It hasn't removed anything. You can just simply check using the history command. And what is history command? History command just shows all the commands that we have ran as of now. Clear, who am I, date, all these commands we have run as of now, right? So now let's move towards our next question. How to create a file in Linux? The command for that is touch file underscore name. It is nothing like just name should be there, and these angle brackets are just to represent that. You should not use these angle brackets. Let me just show you how to create file touch file 1, right? It is created, but how you can verify, because it is not showing anything. So if it is not showing anything, most of the chances are there that it has done the required task. But if you want to verify it still, you can just run ls. You can see file 1 is there. And if you want to see more details about it, I have told you the command ls-lt. You can see file 1 is created at 12:34. EC2- is the owner, because I'm logged in with EC2-user. That's why he is the owner. And if you want to verify if it is correct time, you can see it was 12:34. Now it is 12:35. So yeah, it was correct only. Let's move towards next question. How to display content of a file on terminal? Let's see. We have two files. Here you can see test file 1, but file 1 we have just created. There is no content. So we will get test file. You can see here's the content of test file. So you can see all the content of this file, right? So the command to display the content we have just shown you is cat and then file name. That's it. Now how to read a file and search for a word? So less command will be used. So suppose you want to less test. Now if you run like this, it will go one by one, and if you want to search for any word, you can just type here, right, using forward slash. Then you can just hit enter. It is showing you, right, showing you where is s. Here is the end of this file, and using the up arrow you can scroll back to it as well. You can see ss is already highlighted, right? Suppose I'm looking for mmm, so it is showing me mmm, right? So it is like that. It scrolls one by one, and you using the up arrow key you can scroll up as well. Using down arrow key you can scroll down as well. And if you put just enter, you will move toward next line. You are in J line, now you are in K, now you are L, now you are in M line. So this is working like that, right? Now our next question, how to view the content of a file page by page? So for that we have more command. So we will perform the action on the same command. Just to get out of this less command, you can type Q. So now more and then file name is test. You can see you are under M. If I hit space, you will be on next page N, right? Now this page is starting with N and ending with 0. Now it is starting with A because after 0 there was A. Now it is ending with W. Now if I hit enter, it is starting with D because only these three lines were after W. So in this manner, you can scroll to the next by hitting the space bar. Now I am pressing Q to get out of it, but it is already out of it because the file has ended. Now let's move to our next command, how to delete a file in Linux. So we have created one file, that is file 1. So let's try to remove this file itself. The command is successful, right? We have used rm command. So let's see if it is deleted. Yeah, it is deleted because there were two files, file 1 and test, but now only test is there. So correct command is rm and file name. Now how to edit a file in Linux? If you want to edit any file, for that you can use vi or nano, depending on which editor your OS is using. And in most of the cases it will be vi or vim, but in few machines it could be nano as well. So now I'm going to try with vi. We have file test, right? So it is a file. So in place of 2, I'm going to insert mode first by pressing I. So now I'm going to write here IT India. Okay, I'm editing this file, and now with the down arrow key I'm going in this fourth line. Now here I'm writing subscribe space. Now here I'm writing again like this video. In this manner I have edited the file, but how to save these changes? You can just simply press escape ESC button on your laptop, then colon, then WQ. It is saved. How to verify if it is saved? To show the content of file, we use the cat command we have just discussed, right? So it is showing here. So I have to scroll up because the file is very lengthy. IT India is there. Subscribe is also there. Like this video is also there. So yeah, we are able to edit the file. Now how to create a directory or folder in Linux? Folder is simply means directory in Linux. So how to create that? For that command is mkdir. So I'm just trying with dir1. This is the name of the directory or folder that I'm going to create. So it is created. To verify it, you can see dir1. And to have the confirmation if it is directory or file that we have created, you can use the ls-lt command. You can see here it is D that indicates directory, it is hyphen in the beginning of this file. So yeah, it is file. So in this manner we can identify. However, there are few advanced command as well. I will explain those later. So as of now we are able to create this directory. So here also I have written the same command mkdir and then directory name. Now how to delete a directory or folder in Linux? For that, again just to confirm, what is directory name? dir1. For this rm-rf and dir1 you can use, but we are getting the error rm-rf command not found. This is because after rm there should be a space, but I haven't used, so I'm getting that error. Now I have given the space. Now it has worked. You can just verify again. It is not there, right? So there is one more command for deleting directory, that is rmdir. So just to test that, I am making another directory dir2, right? So let's verify if it is there. Yeah, it is there. Now rmdir dir2. Yeah, it has worked. rmdir. You can see it is not there. So you can see here as well rmdir, our first command, and rm-rf, it is our second command to delete the directory. I hope you got that. Now how to change path or move to another folder in Linux? So how we can do that? You can use this command cd path folder, or you can use cd dot dot. Cd dot dot will move to the parent directory. You can see, suppose folder is a directory and path is the parent directory of folder. If you are under folder, then cd dot dot will move you to the path directory. There is one more command cd hyphen. It moves you to the previous directory. Suppose you were there in A directory and now you have moved to B directory. So if you type cd hyphen, it will move you to A directory. Whichever was your previous directory, it will move you to that directory. I can understand it may be quite confusing as of now, but let me explain it to you. So let me check our current directory. We are under ec2-user, which is under home. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me make 2-3 directories here. mkdir, dir1. Now let me move to dir1. Right, I have changed the path. You can see my present working directory is /home /ec2user /dir1. This is the one. Now I am making the directory here dir2. Now I am going to previous directory with this command cd hyphen. I just told you previous directory was ec2-user. I was there. So now I am again showing you the purpose of cd dot dot. Cd dot dot is to move to the parent directory. Now let's verify. Yeah, I am under /home because the parent directory for /ec2-user was /home. Now I am under this path. Now I want to move towards directory 2, this one. So I should give the command, that is first one. You can see here cd path. So path is cd ec2-user. Then what was there? It was dir1, right? Now it was dir2. Hit enter. It is saying no such file or directory is there. There should be any mistake in our path. What is the mistake? Because ec2-user was there, then there was dir1, then there was dir2, right? So let's try to verify that. Let's move towards, now first ls. ec2-user is there, right? So now let's go to that. Now ls, dir1 is there. Yeah, dir1 is there. Now ls again, dir2, cd dir2. Yeah, it has worked. So our path was correct, right? Then why this command hasn't worked? And this is the mistake that generally most of the people do. We have used slash here, so this indicates the absolute path, but we were under /home. We were under /home, so we shouldn't have used this slash because it is referencing from the root. but there is no ec2-user under root. ec2-user is there under /home. If you want to use this slash, you have to use /home before that. I can show you. So let me just type cd-. Previous directory was dir1. Again, now cd dot dot. Now we are under ec2-user. Now we are under the same place where we had got this error, right? Now we are under /home. So let's try to use the same command. I'm just copying in front of you. I'm saying that only this slash is causing the issue. Let's verify if that is correct. You have already verified. My current directory is /home. I'm hitting enter. Now we are under dir2. So this command has worked as mentioned here. Only issue was that we were using slash here. That means we were giving the absolute path, but under slash, that is root. Slash has very big importance in Linux. I hope you are already aware. Under slash there was no ec2-user. It was under /home. Even if you want, you can just give a try again for that. So let me just use /home /ec2-user. You can see this command has worked. It hasn't given any error because now slash is before home, but under root home is there, but ec2-user was not there. So this was the issue. Now let's move toward our next question. How to copy and paste a file from one folder to another in Linux? The command for that is here, cp file destination path, right? You have to type cp for copy and then file name and then destination path. Let me just do it in front of you. We are under dir2. Let's go back. Now we are again under dir2 because we were there already. Okay, let's do cd dot dot. Now we are under dir1, cd dot dot. Now we are under ec2-user, ls. Here is the file, this test. So now let's try to copy this test under dir2. cp test, and what will be the path? Path will be dir1 / dir2. Don't use slash before this dir1 because it will be considered as absolute path, but here we are using relative path. Now after hitting enter, it is working, right? It has been copied. So as we have copied, it should be here as well as under dir2 as well. Let me ls. It is here as well. pwd. We are under dir2. So this command is also successful. Now let's move toward next command. How to copy content of a file to another file in Linux. So command will be copy file A, then file B. File A and file B is nothing. File A will be the source. File B will be the destination file name. So let's try over here itself. So we have here test command. Let's make touch file 1, right? Do we have anything under file 1? No, because we have just created, right? You can see there is nothing. So now cp test file 1. This command has worked. We haven't got any error. Content must have copied to file 1. Let's see. Yeah, you can see all the content is there of test, right? So this has worked successfully. So friends, this was all in this video. We will discuss the further commands in upcoming videos. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great learning.